Well, hello everybody. Bit of a new setup today. Welcome to the gig. It's the last online stream for 2020. Yep, we all know what's happened in 2020, and it's the first year that I've even tried to do something, and this is the first time I've tried to do it like this. I'm just going to have a look. Can someone send me a comment so I can just see if I'm getting them and if they make a noise when they come in, because that's something I'm a little bit worried about. In fact, I'm going to switch this off here. Just have to do a quick sound check. There's a comment. There's a smiley from someone for some great formatting reason. I can't see who it's from, but thank you. Oh, it's from Julia. Hi Julia, at least I know you're watching. So if you're watching, please say hello, and I'll say hello back if I can see you and if I can see who you are. How are we all? All ready for New Year's Eve? The end of 2020. I'm not sure many people will be sad to see this year go. Well, I've promised a seasonal stream. Also, can you see me and can you hear me? Because thanks to some very nice people in the Stiftung Rheinland-Pfalz or something, it's a government organization that has given me my very first government financial help from the German government since the beginning of the pandemic. So, 10 months in, but at least it's something, and it's a grant to pay for some equipment to improve my live streams. So I was very happy that I could do this. This machine I've tried to switch off has just switched itself back on again. Yes, I do want you to switch off. So, I think I saw Debbie's here. Hello from Newcastle. Hi, Debbie. Oh yeah, there's a whole load of comments there. They all are. I'm learning on the job. It's the only way to do it. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Didi. Hi, Martina. Hi, Maggie. Good to see you all. Hope you all had a nice Christmas. Julia said yes. See you, hear you. That's very good. So I'll start off. It's a seasonal gig, as I promised. Seasonal, I chose that word on purpose because it doesn't really mean anything too specific. So it's whatever I think fits into the season and whatever I think the season is. So I'm not really sure if I still feel Christmassy. And I'm not sure New Year's-y is a thing you can feel. Wintry, yeah. Raining here today. How's the weather with everybody? A lot of people have had snow. Hi, Andrea. Yes. Katie says, American? Amazing picture quality. Thanks, Katie. It's been a bit of a struggle to get all of this equipment to work together. Sorry to people who usually watch on YouTube. The software that I use to stream to YouTube and Facebook did a fantastic new update, and now I can't use it. So you know what it's like having an old laptop. So I'm sure it's brilliant, but not for me. So I'll get some Christmas songs out the way. The first one is Good King Wenceslas, and I always liked this song, and it sort of occurred to me when we were looking for material to do with Broom Bezzums for the Winterman CD, a good 5 years ago now, I think, or more, 6 years ago. But also I did the Christmas market a few times here in Weisenheim am Sand. So I was looking for folky carols, and Wenceslas is definitely a folky carol about a Czech king who saw poor people and thought, I need to help them. So I thought that's a good story for whatever time of year. So here we go. Good King Wenceslas. If you know the words, join in. If you're anything like me, if it's a carol, you'll know the first verse and then just go, la 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 la. Just do that. It's fun anyway. Is anyone still eating mince pies? Margie says it's rainy here, presumably in the Saarland. That's not far from here. Yeah, rainy here too. Hi, Iris. There we go. Good King Wenceslas. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, as the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. Then a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hither, page, and stand by me, that thou know'st it telling. Yonder peasant, who is he? Where and what is dwelling? Syrie gives a good league hence, underneath the mountain, out along the forest fence, by St. Agnes' fountain. Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither. Thou and I shall see him dine when we bring them thither. Page and monarch, forth they went together, through the cold wind's wild lament and the bitter weather. Silent night is darker now, and the wind grows stronger. Fails my heart, I don't know how, but I can go no longer. Mark my footsteps, my good page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage freeze thy blood less coldly. In his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay dented. Heat was in the very sod that the saint has printed. Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, he who'll now bless the poor will himself find blessing. Good King Wenceslas, a good old classic Christmas carol. So what are you all doing? It's great seeing your comments. Kind of seeing the comments. Facebook's sort of making them look a bit strange. But what have we got? Margie says one of my favourite Christmas songs from Winterman album. Cadie says the last of Mum's apple pie. That sounds like a great thing to be eating. Richard says like that song. Christoph says, it feels so good to see and hear you again. Well, thank you very much. Get the Christmas carols out the way. It'll be summer soon. This is another one that we did on the Winterman album with Broom Bezzums, but it's also one that I learnt as well for the Weisenheim Christmas markets. Of course, it didn't happen this year. I had to find other ways of being cold and playing music. And this one, often get asked for this. It's a beautiful, very, very, very old song called The Cherry Tree Carol, which tells a peculiar version of the Nativity story. But it's quite a good couple drama as well. Sort of just goes to show it's such an old song, hundreds of years old, and it's a bit like sort of a nagging argument between a fairly useless man and a pregnant woman who really needs some help. So there's some great lines in it, and my good friend Werner Schussler did a bit of research on the song, and found out that this version of the story with the cherry tree comes from Aleppo in Syria, and that this version of the story is still told in the Nativity there. Obviously, Christianity was there before it was in Europe, so an older version of the story, I'd imagine. Yeah, I just took the capo off, but it should have stayed on. Thanks to Katie for this song, by the way, because she suggested learning this one. So the Cherry Tree Carol. Not absolutely sure I do it in this key. Let's see how we get on. When Joseph was an old man was he courted sweet Mary, the Queen of Galilee. He courted sweet Mary, the Queen of Galilee. When Joseph and Mary were walking one day, here are apples and cherries, sweet Mary did say. Here are apples and cherries, sweet Mary did say. Then Mary spoke to Joseph with her sweet lips so mild. Oh, Joseph, gather me some cherries, for I am with child. Oh, Joseph, gather me some cherries, for I am with child. Then Joseph flew in anger flew he. Oh, let the father of the baby gather cherries for thee. Oh, let the father of the baby gather cherries for thee. Then up spoke the baby in the womb to the tree. Oh, bow down and let my mother gather cherries from thee. Oh, bow down and let my mother gather cherries from thee. Then the cherry tree bowed down to the ground, and Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood around. And Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood around. Then Joseph took Mary upon his left knee, saying, what have I done, Lord? Have mercy on me. Saying, what have I done, Lord? Have mercy on me. When Joseph was an old man was he courted sweet Mary, the Queen of Galilee. He courted sweet Mary, the Queen of Galilee. The Cherry Tree Carol. So, you all still there? Still getting used to this setup? Rolf sends sunglasses and a thumbs up. Hi, Rolf. Anna. Hi, Anna. Hi, Bobs. Yes, I think I can see you all. So, I'm just taking it that... oh, there's me. There's a paused picture of me. Well, I hope... Hi, Paul. Thank you very much. So what's next on the list? All right, I'm going to play some fiddle. Some seasonal fiddle. It's always the season for the fiddle. Certainly for me. I stumbled across a CD of my final recital from university, which I think was in 2005. I was always too scared to listen to it for quite a long time. And it just reminded me of some tunes that I spent quite a long time learning and practicing. And so here's 3 of them that I just thought would be fun to play again. There's a Strathspey that I've forgotten the name of. I wrote all 3 of them. The second one's called Mr. Motivators, which was named after a very enthusiastic accordion player at a session in Girvan in the west of Scotland, in Ayrshire. Great folk festival there for sessions, and my good friend Roger nicknamed this guy Mr. Motivator because he was it was almost clearing a massive space around him while he was playing. That's kind of what happens when I try to dance somewhere public. But he was doing it with his accordion player, excellent accordion player, by the way. So he was Mr. Motivator. And the third and final tune in the set is the Fruach Reel, which is named after my uncle Bruce's heather ale. Had a summer years and years ago with some friends picking the heather for the heather ale factory. So yeah, unusual thing to be doing, but very pleasant up in the Trossachs. So, and if you want to have a dance around, please do that. Dance off your mince pies, and there's some nice little key changes and tempo changes to whoop on. I don't want to scare the cats too much, but there's a cat behind me. Can you see Paolo? He's just quietly slumbering away through my gig. Never mind, don't mind me. Here we go. Thanks very much. So, what have we got here? Oh, we've got some emojis. I like emojis. Can't see who sent them. Thank you. Oh, that's from Barbara. Leon, hi Leon. Gregor, rock and roll. Yes, we like that. So, slightly less rock and roll now, but still with the fiddle. I've been asked for this song actually, and I posted it yesterday as a test recording with all this equipment, and it's a song from northeast England originally, but it gets sung all over the place. Beautiful old song called The Snows They Melt the Soonest, and I was asked by Anna Gladitz in Berlin, who's not feeling very well, and she asked if I could sing this one. So of course, yes. So it's a fiddle singing song. I'll just have a glass of water. Well, sip.
Oh, the snows, they melt the soonest when the winds begin to sing. The corn, it ripens fastest when the frost is settling in. And when a woman tells me that my fish you'll soon forget, before we part I'll wager croon she's fain to follow it yet. Oh, the snows, they melt the soonest when the winds begin to sing. The bee that flew when summer shone in winter cannot sting. I've seen a woman's anger melt betwixt the meat and the morn, so it's surely not a harder thing to melt a woman's scorn. Oh, the snows, they melt the soonest when the winds begin to sing. The swallow flew without a thought as long as it is spring. When springtime goes and winter blows, my love, then you'll be fain for all your pride to follow me across the raging main. So don't you say me farewell now, no farewell I'll receive. For you will lie with me, my love, then kiss and take your leave. And I'll wait here till the moorcock calls and the martin takes to the wing. For the snows, they melt the soonest when the winds begin to sing.
That's for everyone who's had snow in the last few days. Okay, another wintry song of a different kind. It's a reappearance of the resonator guitar. Richard says, beautiful song and performance. Thank you, Richard. Thanks for the applause, Paul. Jules, phew, all that dancing has taken our breath away. Good. So I hope not too many people have been searching for this stream on YouTube today. I mentioned that at the beginning, but probably people who are looking on YouTube missed the beginning. There's technical problems with the splitting thing that I use to get to both channels. It's boring. It's really boring. Hate that kind of stuff. But I'd just like to say, although I hate that kind of stuff, computer problems, some people enjoy that kind of stuff. And I posted a plea for help a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, just having trouble making all this new equipment work together. And it's just great to see how willing people are to share knowledge and to really go out of their way to help. So thanks to everyone who chipped in with knowledge there. I learned a lot about cameras, about LAN networks, streaming, computer, CPU. All things I try to avoid as much as possible. So this is a song, I'll sing it for Yulia because it's her favorite, and it's called Winter is the Hardest Time. Winter is the hardest time, the coldest time. Branches mark the dark skyline. Run if you can. The endless fields and the rattling trains. Run if you can. The piercing stars that bring me pain. Run if you can. Winter is the coldest time, the hardest time. Winter is the coldest time, the hardest time. Shouting man, when I close my eyes, run if you can. Drifting boats under open skies, run if you can. The ground is moving and I hide my tears. Run if you can. From moans and cries I shield my ears. Run if you can. Winter is the coldest time, hardest time.
hardest time. Monkey laughs and the tiger roars. Run if you can. When darkness comes, I feel its claws. Run if you can. Reaching out, I smile and cry. Run if you can. Reaching hand and a smiling eye. Run if you can. Winter is the coldest time. The hardest time. Winter is the coldest time. The hardest time. The hardest
Right, so I can't really see what's going on here. Hope you're all still there. Yeah, Anna says, Danke, bitteschön. Roger Purvis, did you hear me mention you before? Great stuff, Andrew, thank you. Lovely to see you there. All I can see on the screen is just a picture of me going, that's my other self thinking, is this any good? So, time for some more fiddle tunes. One place I've always, well, there's lots of places I've always really wanted to go, but one of them is definitely the Shetland Islands, and I just love the fiddle tradition from that area. The furthest north I think I've ever been is to Orkney, which is a fantastic place, fantastic folk festival. Roger will remember that, and Paul, we went up there together, I think in 2002 and 2003. Midnight sun, you can come out of the pub at 3 in the morning to get some fresh air, and it'll be like the middle of the day, and people were just so friendly and so keen on music. But this is a Shetland tune, so even further up and out. And it's a beautiful tune called Christmas Day in Damornin. That's my attempt at a Shetland accent. Sorry, Shetlanders. And that's pretty self-explanatory. And after that, I'll follow it with some Northumbrian tunes from an album I recorded a couple of years ago called Half-Witted, Merry and Mad. The tunes are dug out of the William Vickers manuscript. Jack's gone a shearing, so that's looking a bit onwards in the seasons. And I can't read the next one. Oh yeah, Sunderland Lasses and Canny Hobby Elliot, which I think is also a song. So I don't know about you, but with instrumental tunes, when I'm playing these tunes, I'm either thinking of the person that I learnt them from, or the situation that I first heard the tune in, maybe, or if the title evokes some kind of place, then So the Shetland one, Christmas Day in the morning, for me it's a crisp, windy, sunny morning on a rocky island in the Atlantic. Not the Atlantic, is it Atlantic? North Sea, Atlantic, somewhere up there anyway. Cold and wet and waves. And that's what I'm imagining by that tune. And you can make it all up for yourselves. It's up to you to imagine stuff. The worst thing you can do when you're playing a tune is think G, B, A, then you've lost it. canny Hobby Elliott finishing off that set. Okay, I've got a German song for you now. A very beautiful German song. A good few years ago now, I put together with a lot of people an album of German folk songs because I thought it was a little bit strange that Germans have a strange relationship to traditional music from their own culture. There's a historical reason for that, and it's a real shame. So I just thought it'd be nice if someone came from outside and did an album of German songs to show it's okay, that's all gone. The problems have gone. So this is a winter song, Ach, bittere Winter. Means, oh, bitter winter, how cold you are. I'm trying to translate it in my head now. You've taken the leaves away from the beautiful forest and off all the flowers. But I think it's a song of lost love. I think there's imagery going on there, like in all folk songs. So the album that it's on, I mentioned an album, it's on the Geisterbahn album, look that up. There's a whole host of English-speaking artists based in Germany, and we're all trying to sing in German. Ach, bitterer Winter, wie bist du kalt? Du hast entlaubet den grünen Wald. Du hast verblüht die Blümlein auf der Heiden. Die bunten Blümlein sind worden fahl. Sie ist entflogen, Frau Nachtigall. Sie ist entflogen, wird sie wieder singen. Sie ist entflogen zu diesem Jahr. Ein steten Buhlen muss ich haben. Ein steten Buhlen muss ich allzeit haben. Ach, bitterer Winter, wie bist du kalt? Du hast entlaubet den grünen Wald. Du hast verblüht die Blümlein auf der Heiden. Ach, bitterer Winter. Richard says, love this song and the way you sing it. Thank you. Making Marcus feel at home. Thank you. Right. What's on the next thing that's going to happen? It's always a bit of a, well, I like challenges, and it's a challenge to put these, I like musical challenges, and it's a challenge to put these gigs together, just because I'm aware there's a hardcore of people who watch every episode, so I don't want to repeat myself too much. So it keeps me on my toes, which is really something I can do with at the moment. So this is a song that we did on a few of the Winter Carol tours with Broom Bezzums a few years back. Haven't done it for a long time. And we've just released a digital album of last year's tour that's in some way to try and replace the fact that we lost the tour this year. There was one, but obviously, like everything else, it got cancelled. So have a look on Bandcamp at Broom Bezzums for that. I'm mostly doing ones that aren't on that album, if any of them are from that set. But this one's a song called All in the Giving, and I wrote it a few years ago. It's funny because some of the verses have taken on a different meaning since then. Things that have happened since then are Brexit, the coronavirus. Do we want to talk about these things? Not really. But it's just put them into a different perspective, because it's a song about what is Christmas actually about? Is it about giving plastic things to each other, or is it just being with each other? So it's got quite a poignant message, certainly for me this year. But thankfully we have this digital way of being together. All in the giving. If it's all in giving, then give us time to take, to think about the living and the promises we make, to think about forgiving before our razors run, to show a little sorrow for the wrongs that we have done. If it's all in giving, then please give me a sign. Is this all to keep us happy, or to keep us all in line? You gave me a gift today. It came straight from your heart. No pound or euro used to pay would ever play a part. If it's all in giving, give me some Christmas cheer. Let's gather down the local and share around a beer. Look each other in the eye and show some winter warmth. Help console the lonely ones and weather out the storm. If it's all in giving, then let us not give up. There are some who are only on the take, but someday they must stop. One Christmas day our freedom will be our guiding star, shining through the kingdom, remind us who we are. If it's all in giving, then let us not give up.
If it's all in the giving, then give us all our chance. You blind us with false promises, let a merry dance. Now we're sick and dizzy, and ready for a change for the future. A future we arrange, and if it's all in the giving, then give us all our chance. Think about the living, there's so much here at stake. To think about forgiving in this early setting sun, to show a little sorrow for the wrongs that we have done. All in the giving. So I've got a Pogues song now, but it's not the one you think it's going to be. It's not a Christmas song. It's not even a winter song, I don't think, but it just makes me feel that way. You all still there? I'm a little bit nervous about this screen, this frozen screen here. Sita says, beautiful, thank you. Great sound and video. Good to know. From all of my test broadcasts and tests that I ran here, you'd be alarmed at all the different things that could go wrong. So I'm glad they haven't. Christoph says, clapping hands, thank you. Yeah, Shane MacGowan, I think, is underrated as a songwriter because he's just known as a drunk and is on-stage persona, perhaps. And he's written some really fantastic songs, very evocative songs about the Irish community in London mostly. And this is a song called The Lullaby of London. And I don't have any connections at all to London. And I've only ever been there a couple of times, but I feel like I'm transported there with this song to some sort of backstreet pubs where it's less touristy and maybe a bit more nitty gritty. So, The Lullaby of London. As I walked down by the riverside one evening in the spring, heard a long gone song from days gone by, blown in on the great north wind. Hear the curlews cry of sorrow and delight. You can hear the cars and the shouts from bars and the laughter and the fights. As I walked on with a heavy heart and a stone danced on the tide, the song went on though the lights were gone and the north wind gently sighed. Then an evening breeze coming from the east, it kissed the riverside. And I pray now, child, that you sleep tonight when you hear this lullaby. May the ghosts that howled around the haunted graves never bring you misery. May the angels bright watch you tonight, wherever they may be.
That's for Tim if you're watching. You always ask for that one. Down in the pub. Oh, those were the days in the pub, eh? One day we'll be back. So, I've got some more fiddle tunes for you. And I'll play these for my niece and nephew in Arica. Because they're both learning fiddle, I've discovered through the wonders of social media and video chats. So this is for Ayla and Leo. I'll teach you these tunes one day, okay? Where am I going with that? This is the Snow Tree and the Atlantic Storm Reel. Got that? I'll show you the notes. I'll slow it down a bit. Well, I've come to the last song. If you want more, then you'll have to find some emojis to ask for an encore. And as I said, I'm taking the seasonal theme very loosely. Let's have a swig of the beer. Shout out to the local brewery, Meyer's Brauwerk in Ludwigshafen. Very nice beer. A bit of water to wash it down. What have we got on the messages? Bravo. You're speaking Italian now, Paul. Thank you very much. I can't see that through. Yeah, applause. Thank you. Roger says Atlantic Storm Rio. Yeah, we've played that one together a few times. So, yes. Thanks you all. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Thanks again to the organisation I've forgotten the name of that gave me the grant for the better equipment. There are, hopefully, last time I think Facebook removed them, you have to watch them. But there were some links last time and they're hopefully there this time to PayPal. This is, if you can afford to give some money towards the preparation for these shows, fantastic, that's great. It's the only way I can really do any work and get paid for it at the moment as a musician. And if you can't, then enjoy it anyway. Too late now, it's almost over, isn't it? But I hope you've been enjoying it. And for people who prefer to watch it on YouTube, it's almost too late now as well, but I'm hoping I can download this and post it on there for tomorrow or something. I'll have a look at that when we get to it. So this is a song that I've never performed before. Just put it together for this stream. I don't know why it makes me feel seasonal, Christmassy, wintry. It's nothing to do with that at all. But I'll sing this for all of you people who've just tuned in, just discovered this channel maybe, but all of you that have supported me through the year, through this very difficult year as a musician, with your interest in what I'm doing, with your applause, your comments, your donations. It's really meant a lot. It's been, music's a great way of just trying to ride out storms, trying to earth yourself against some of the bad stuff going on. It's a good way of keeping in touch with people, meeting people. Anyone who's involved with music will know what an amazing thing it is. So thanks all for being on this journey with me. This is a song that was made famous in the early 1960s by Frankie Valli. It's been covered a lot, but for me, most notably by Lauryn Hill when she left the Fugees. So this is my version of her version of this song. Can't take my eyes off of you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare, there's nothing else can compare. The sight of you makes me weep. There are no words left to speak. So if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to wipe my holy nights. I love you, baby, to trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I know you stay, and let me love you. Let me love you.
You're too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd feel like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Come on now. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely nights. I love you, baby, so trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Oh pretty baby, now that I know you'll stay, and let me love you, let me love you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely nights. I love you, baby, so trust in me when I say, ah, pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I know you stay, and let me love you, let me love you.
Thanks very much. That's the last gig for the year, of course. Not much year left. Thanks very much for tuning in. Have a great transition into the new year, and I'm sure I'll see you at the other side. And if you want some more, just do whatever it is that you've got to do, and I'll interpret that, hopefully. Bye-bye. So, do some interpreting. Have a look. There's a big heart from Andrea, thank you. Julia says more. Not much interpreting to do there. Dee Dee says late 60s. Early 60s, late 60s. Before my time. Roger says Happy New Year. Well, I'll take that as an invitation to sing another song. You gotta take it where you can. And I love this song, and it's a great song to finish, sing as my last publicly sung song of the year. Thanks folks for all your comments, encouragement, encore, okay? Da capo, oh well, I don't think so. This song was written by Northumbrian songwriter and singer Terry Conway, the late Terry Conway. He wrote so many amazing evocative songs, so connected to the landscape and the traditions of the area around Hexham, and such a great sense of humour in a lot of the songs as well. This is a farewell song, but a farewell song with the message, we'll meet again. But it's not that song. So it's a song called Farewell Regality, and it's just some beautiful poetry and just the imagery of the area, but also of good times, looking back on good times, of being together with friends and saying, okay, we have to part for some time now, but we'll be back. We'll be back in these places, enjoying the view and enjoying each other's company. And I think that's a great message for these times. Winter's always the darkest, hardest time anyway. And it's always good to have people around. So here we all are. Farewell Regality.
Now it's time to say farewell, and though I know that we will meet again, and all things will be right again, we've lived and spent the day, and we'll cry farewell regality we'll cry farewell to liberties, to honest for incivilities, and winter's frost and fire. Oh, there's nought that I can bid you, but that peace and love gone with you. Never mind wherever calls the fate, away from Hexhamshire. And what is time that flies so fleet, but a bird that glides on merry wings, and lights us down in happy spring, when winter's need is past. And we'll cry farewell regality, we'll cry farewell the liberties, to honest for incivility, and winter's frost and fire. Ah, there's nought that I can bid you, but that peace and love gone with you. Never mind wherever calls the fates, away from Hexhamshire. Now the curlew sings a song and lights our sorrows down the Rowley burn, as clear as cries the hunter's horn. The call is our farewell, and we'll cry farewell regality, we'll cry farewell liberties, to honest for incivilities, and winter's frost and fire. Ah, there's nought that I can bid you, but that peace and love gone with you. Never mind wherever calls the fates, away from Hexhamshire. And as I set the mossy stones, do me bits of jobs and gap the dikes, hear the whisper doon the sykes, farewell, they say farewell. And we'll cry farewell regality, we'll cry farewell the liberties, to honest for incivilities, and winter's frost and fire. Ah, there's nought that I can bid you, but that peace and love gone with you. Never mind wherever calls the fates, away from Hexhamshire. Do I remember, do I dream, and did we rightly meet at Bewley side? With all this and much more besides has got me sore beguiled. And we'll cry farewell regality, we'll cry farewell the liberties, to honest for incivilities, and winter's frost and fire. Ah, there's nought that I can bid you, but that peace and love gone with you. Never mind wherever calls the fates, away from Hexhamshire. And on some golden autumn morn, when July is hazing dipped in slopes, at Whitley Mill or Westburn Hope, we'll live and spend the day. And we'll cry farewell regality, we'll cry farewell the liberties, to honest for incivilities, and winter's frost and fire. Ah, there's nought that I can bid you, but that peace and love gone with you. Never mind wherever calls the fates, away from Hexhamshire. There's nought that I can bid you, that peace and love gone with you. Happy New Year, everyone. Have a good day tomorrow. Thanks. Now, how do you switch this thing off? I haven't learned that yet. Bye, everybody. Oh, here it is. It's easy. Or is it?